Hello there, Scorpio. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Scorpio for December of 2018. The whole year's gone. Can you believe it? It's over. Unbelievable here. Well, happy holidays to everybody who celebrates them, and if you don't celebrate them, just happy day to all of you out there. Now, for those of you that are new, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for the overall view of a month, and we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you during the reading, so I guess every Scorpio is named Frankie for the time of this reading. Now look at your moon sign and your rising sign. Get a more comprehensive view of the month. And I don't believe the cards are going to go week by week. I think they're going to blend in and out throughout the month like an overall theme for us. Now I have a little message for us, and it is, we are there for others and they are there for us. And for whatever reason, these emotional things, these connections that we have to people that are around us in whatever form, they're important because they are things that we're going to hold with us in our memories. So it's like the creation of things, precious memories that are important to us. Our words are excellent this month, and our cards are good too. We, again, didn't we, weren't, I don't know, can't remember. I think we're the ones that got the really good reading last month. But our words are surrender, abundance, peace, honesty, and awakening. What wonderful words there, huh? Awakening and abundance and peace. And these cards are kind of go right along with it, because here's our first card here, is the Ace of Swords. That's the sword of truth, which some of us might, but we're Scorpio. We find the truth no matter what, but some of us, if we're looking for a truth this month, we are going to get it. This particular ace is the triumph over difficulties um, by your mental means. The swords cards are mental energy, triumph over difficulties through our mental means, our ability to know what's right for us and what's wrong for us, our ability to use that word surrender, our ability to feel at peace and in an awakened state where our truth is at the forefront. It means a brand new lifestyle's coming into being, and that we've achieved the opportunity by the dint of our own will, because it's swords and it's mental, using our mental faculties up here, our little marbles, at a really high level, Scorpio, at a really high level. And because of that, prosperity, new development, especially spiritual growth, can happen for us at this time. And that's what follows in the wake of the new direction of our life. So a lot of us are taking off on a different path, and we actually have another card that would support that. And underneath the card, underneath your card here, is the Death card, and that's transformation. So both of these cards, both of these together are like amazing. And the other card that's in here that's showing us like forward movement, this can be the birth of an idea, of an enterprise, of a child. All the aces can be the birth of a child for those of us that are looking forward to getting pregnant or trying to get pregnant. That the ace would mean that too. And it also says that we're now in a position of power with the possibilities of manifesting our own philosophy in a new way. which is wonderful because it's that we can put forth that kind of what we choose and what we want in our life that feels honest and honorable to us, which is an excellent, excellent, excellent feeling when you get to that. And I do know because our word abundance is in there too, that we are going to have that also along with it. I don't know what us Scorpios are doing, but we're doing pretty good here. Next card here, Nine of Pentacles. That's money. Honest to goodness, it's not the pip card like the Nine of Cups where all of your wishes come true, but it's like comfortable state of abundance, of security, where we feel peaceful and happy in our lives because our material needs are met. Now, this can happen in any area of our life. This could, the Ace of Swords could be a new relationship coming in. This could be that the Nine of Pentacles, that the new relationship itself, adds to the funds, or the material plane stability is the way they want me to say it. But this is peace, honest, our word honesty and peace. We honestly feel like that. We honestly feel like things are going our way for, one time, and kind of like that relief where we're comfortable, we can do the things we want, we can entertain the ways that we are, how we want to hold the memories. So if anybody is disruptive, for those of us that have the holiday things, we have family and friends and everything coming together, we'll be able to kind of overlook that, to use our word surrender and overlook it. It's like pick and choose type energy of my battles, because I am in that comfortable state. I'm in the comfortable state. I'm in that flow because I am taking the steps, and maybe have taken some steps that leads to that peace, that leads to me being really honestly able to say and state my truth and the things that I want, and create the memories that I truly want to hold in my own heart. Because financially, I don't care what anybody says. Scorpio, they tell us money can't buy happiness, but it sure as all helps. It helps everything be calmer. It helps everything be more peaceful around us, because that's like one less worry on our plate. And when we feel that, have that prosperous feeling, let's put it that way, even if it's just a feeling at the beginning of the month, and maybe this is us starting off on a new journey or a new enterprise, maybe entrepreneurship, something like that. But if we think about it along those lines, the money actually allows us the freedom to pursue the things that bring us joy, or to help in whatever form that brings us that joy and happiness and that awakened state. Even if it was, oh, I'm going to go take a class or something, and that will make me feel better. I'd know I had it. Maybe with this card, some of us are going to get a big check for the holiday season. Who knows? Promotions at work, new jobs that give us better financial security, things like that. And we have that word abundance, and awakening comes with this, by doing it through the, dint of will, that I brought forth this new path. The Ace of Swords is a strong card. Our next card here, I get a glare off of her, is the Queen of Rods. Male or female, I have to say that these are general readings. Fire energy. It can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy in our life. This is excellent, excellent advice. can come through this kind of energy. This could be a new relationship with these first two cards coming in, male or female. It can be our new boss. This is someone who knows about abundance. That if we needed financial advice, the person to go to would be this Queen of Rods or Wands person, because we would know that we could trust it, right? We could trust the advice. They are loyal, they're honest, and trustworthy. They're true, they are on our side. It's a peaceful energy, straightforward, fire sign energy. Straightforward, you ask the question, you're getting it in your face, and the energy around it is really good. For those of us that maybe this Ace of Swords is a new enterprise, it could be that they are advising us on the way to move forward, and the advice they give would be great. Now, if this isn't a person at all in our lives, it's showing that whatever path we are going forward on is the right path for us. It's the path that's going to bring us that abundance. That's the path that we honestly want to follow, and it's going to work out to our benefit. That's the word awakening. So we know our forward momentum was the right step. So for some of us, because I can't place this in what area of our lives, this may be a new partnership with the Ace of Swords that brings financial gain and money to us, or, well, that Nine Pentacles, I keep hearing like maybe words like inheritance or funds, money in that way too, could be coming through that Queen of Rods energy and the Ace of Swords at the same time. So for some of us, that might be what it is. It might be just a particular small portion, that receive this message. Because our next card here is a Two of Swords. Now look at her. She's blindfolded. And in this case, swords are crossed across her heart, right? So she is in total denial. She cannot see what choice she has to make at all. Total denial. Her heart is closed to the facts or to seeing the situation as it is around her. This is a situation where it appears is the word they want me to say, appears impossible to move forward. Now we all know that's never the truth. This person here is like in a how do I want to say, a period of stasis, like everything's stopped, right? Maintaining a situation, the situation that's around them, in a state of balance by ignoring, how are they telling me to say, ignoring the underlying tension that exists, okay? They're ignoring it. This is an uncomfortable position to be in, but the person is not yet ready to do anything about it. There's a need to like speak up. In this card, her mouth is not covered. The Eight of Swords is covered, but if you can't see, if you're, don't show me, don't tell me, don't, which would be odd for us Scorpios to begin with, but then we're really tender-hearted, underneath it. There's a need to speak up, to communicate about the circumstances that are involved. I always think of like a couple, for an example, like a couple that really don't get along, but they're putting up the perfect facade for everybody in the outside world. Like they go to dinner with other couples, it's like, oh, isn't life wonderful? And they're talking to the other couples, and then they go home and the husband goes in the bedroom, the wife goes in the living room, watches TV. They don't speak till the next time they go out to dinner. It's kind of that. That's always the example that comes up in my head for it. But this is a determination, a total determination to pretend that things are fine psychologically. The word for it's denial. And that's exactly what it is. Eventually, however, and remember, they said look at the card underneath, and it's the death card. So eventually, no matter what we want, or, eventually the change takes place for because, or the continued tension becomes unbearable. Choice is available. Yeah, remove the blindfold. The choice is available. We remove the blindfold and we look squarely and honestly, like our word, squarely and honestly at the situation, and we make the choice. We look at squarely and honestly and we make the choice. So if there's some situation around us, Scorpio, that we're kind of getting an inkling of, and we just really think we can't go past it, or feel we can't go past it, but the inkling is there, and we're Scorpio. There's no way in hell we wouldn't have gotten that inkling, basically. So use our word surrender to the inkling, and be at peace. Face it honestly and squarely, and there'll be an awakening and a wonderful new life path. We have the Ace of Swords and we have the Fool. Really, seriously, Scorpio, both of them in the same reading. And the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Rods energy to help us up, So look at them. Here's the Fool card. This is marching to the sound or the beat of my own drummer. Everyone, think about it this way. If wasn't us, everyone is seeing the situation differently than I see it, right? Then I see it. Everyone sees it differently than I see it. So if everyone sees it differently, I might as well take off the blindfold and, look at it. Honestly, look at it. This is a new life adventure. Fresh new start. It's zero. It's zero. Aces are 1, 0. Fresh new start, new beginning, and I follow my gut feeling, my intuitive hunches. That's the sound, the beat of the drummer. No one else hears it but me. And I know it's the right thing for me to go forward with, that I honestly feel I'm at peace with it. I feel awakened and I'm going to take this step. Usually his one leg's up in the air in this card, but usually he's right there at the cliff going to jump off, and the little dog's saying, please, please don't, jump off. You're going to kill yourself. He's not, because this is innocence reborn. He only has a little sandwich in the bag. He's off running on that journey and he is good to go, right? And because of that, he gets the fresh new starts, the new beginnings, because he is the only one that can honestly see the truth of his new path forward. And he's being intuitively guided, Scorpio. So I want us with this Fool card and this Ace of Swords, our card of truth, transformation right underneath it. If there's choices, look at them, pull that blindfold off. Look at it and just face it. Because if I keep that blindfold on, the tension becomes unbearable. The Fool feels no tension. The Fool is at peace with the decisions and choices that he's made. He or she, these are general readings. I don't know where this is going to come down your life. If you're being led, and trying to say, my job's really good and I love it here and everybody loves me, but you really are getting that antsy feeling, maybe it's time. Maybe there's more money for me somewhere else, more abundance. Maybe it's time for me to surrender the security of that job, maybe not fully, but maybe making applications somewhere else, you know. If this is relationship, maybe perhaps I need to look at it really clearly and see, do I want to do something different, or what will it take for this to change, you know, where I can feel that peace and feel honestly comfortable in it, you know. What I do though feel this with this card is look around us, you know, and evaluate risk. Evaluate risk. If it is worth taking, take it. If the risk is worth taking, take it. Because I've evaluated the risk. Once I take off those blindfolds, I walk into that Nine of Pentacles energy and the Queen of Rods energy that is financially stable. Both cards are stability in finances, you know. And if I really want to take the chance and have a child, you know, maybe that's part of my new journey that I'm going off on. I mean, I love the full card. I just love it because it means I'm the only one, but I know it's right. No one else can see this the way I do, but I can hear it and I can feel it. And it's almost like I surrender to those feelings. But they're telling me to tell us to evaluate it, you know? Like, look, maybe the risk isn't as big as what we would think that it is. Take off the blindfold, Scorpio. You can't make the cards up. Our card is have confidence. There you go, Scorpio. That's one thing we have. This lady is really sure of herself. She's putting the flower in her hair and she knows where she's going. She has a smile on her face, kind of like a little cocky attitude. It says, moving forward, take off the blindfold. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your courage and your faith. The Fool. If the Fool has anything, Scorpio, the Fool has confidence. Trust me when I tell you that. He's going to jump right off that cliff and take that dog right along with him and not even bat an eye and know they're both okay. They did say, I still have to say, they did say for us to look, you know, look at the risk. I don't feel like it's a big one because we're going to take it. It said this card is a message from your angels saying you can do it. Trust that you have all the ingredients it takes to complete the mission that's before you. You really do with these cards. Although you may not completely understand how you'll fulfill this task, have faith that you'll be continually guided. The more you can depersonalize this mission and know that it's not about you, the better. Don't listen to the voice that asks, who me? You are utterly worthy, since you're a perfect daughter or son of the Creator, and the angels surround you every step of the way. And the additional parts say, stay in the moment and focus on one step at a time. Right off the cliff. Sorry, I couldn't pass that up. Give all your worries or concerns to God and the angels. Surrender them, and you will awaken. Ask the angels to increase your faith. Trust that God's love and wisdom are working through you right now. Well, Scorpio, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all thank you for your likes, shares, your subscribes, and your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them all. And if anybody wants to know more about me or just go neb about me, all the information's down below the screen. And if you need to set an appointment with me, all the information to be able to do that is over at the website that's down below the screen. The prayer class and suture class, there's two little short videos about them. They're now over at the website. I didn't realize all you guys have been scrolling and scrolling to find the two little videos, so they're over there at the website so you don't have to scroll through. The prayer class is 2.5 hours long. It's how you structure the prayers and why you do it for manifestation, for this kind of work, things like that. Sutras are thought forms you put into a very simple meditation. It takes 5 minutes a day, enhances the clear perception and clear perceptions. It really refines them, so it's a good tool to have in your toolbox. And everybody I've met through doing these YouTube videos for 2 whole years, to all of you I've met through doing readings for 29 years, I want to tell you all, it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure and joy to be able to serve you. And hopefully I'll see you back here next year. Bye-bye.